What's up, guys? Got some more Crowfall action for you today, playing the newly released Myrmidon. The Myrmidon is one of the archetypes I was very excited for, and here's why. I'm going to run in, pop Berserk, and just start being a reckless, raging bull. Whirlwind, that's a sick animation, get my bleeds up on everybody. Intentionally trying to take damage, but doing a poor job at it. I go to immune the Berserker crash, which was pointless because I didn't take any damage. Tyrant, one of the devs, walks right into it, takes a big 6.2k crit, and goes down. So that always feels a little nice, taking out one of the devs. But yeah, so little bit of a warning here for this video. This was the very first time the Myrmidon was playable, and there was a lot of server lag. So there's my two excuses for why I'm terrible. The Myrmidon, I think at top level, like a year from now, this video is going to be hilarious, seeing how bad everybody is. But this archetype really does have a pretty high skill cap, and I think at top end, people are going to be doing some incredible things because his core mechanic, the core mechanic of this archetype is very, very cool. When you pop Berserk, you are essentially immune to damage. All of the damage you take, you are healed for. So you take 500 damage while you're Berserk, you get healed for 500 damage. So in most situations, you are essentially immune to damage, barring healing debuffs and things like that. But at the end of Berserk, you take all of that damage instantly, all of it, all at once, unless you Berserker crash immune it with your 2 ability or your C ability. So you have to time these abilities in order to not take the damage all at once for Berserk, potentially killing yourself. So there's some timing involved, there's some risk reward involved, and the closer you play to that razor's edge, the more value you get out of it. Because the thing with Berserk is the more damage you take, the more damage you do. So at the very end of your Berserk is where you're going to be doing the most damage, but at the very end of your Berserk is where you need to be the most cautious, because if you miss that crash, you can potentially one-shot yourself. So lots of potential with this archetype. At top end, it's going to be nuts to see what people do. The Berserk crash has no cap. Like, you could take 5 times your health bar and immune it and just be on your business while you're doing crazy damage. It's cool, but you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, and you're gonna see that happen in this clip right here. I get wrecked. I have to learn a lesson the hard way. What you want to pay attention to here is that heart in the bottom right of the screen. So you see that countdown, 10, 9, 8. That's the amount of damage I'm going to take all at once when this Berserk ends. Now the heart's not filled up, so I'm going to take like 3% of my health here. Not a big deal. Now, my Berserk's getting ready to come back off cooldown, so here we go, 5, 4, Berserk's back up, pop Berserk, now I'm a giant raging bull, I'm reckless, I don't care, whatever, I see a Confessor, he's throwing fireballs into me, I'm not concerned, he throws tornadoes into me, I'm not concerned, he knocks me up in the air, crash immune, shit, couldn't use any of my abilities to immune the crash because I was knocked up in the air. I assumed that since I had my C ability up that I'd be able to immune the crash, but you can't use it while you're knocked up in the air, and that is a very cool mechanic. So yeah, here we go into the next clip where I do actually immune the crash. So I have a very well-timed Berserk there, right as I took a bunch of damage, took about 50% of my health right there. So I've got a big crash coming up. It's going to be about 75% of my health. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Immune it. Immune to all that damage all at once there because I had my 2 ability channeling and I saved myself. I have another one coming up here again where I get knocked up in the air and I get a little trigger happy. So here's I get stunned and then I'm going to get knocked up and I'm spamming C because I don't want that same thing to happen again. I wasn't paying attention. I took like 10% life there. That was such a waste. But I didn't want that same thing to happen that happened in the first clip. So it's cool, man. There's going to be some big plays for Myrmidons on both the Myrmidon and the people playing against the Myrmidon. If you hit that Myrmidon with a well-timed CC right before the crash, you can wreck him. So I like that. It's gonna lead to some cool gameplay. The closer you play to that razor's edge, the more value you're gonna get, the more damage you're gonna do, but the more risk you're at. So you got to really pay attention. You got to pay attention to see, like, for example, if the Confessor, like, what portion of the combo is that Confessor on for the knockup? Like, if that Confessor's on 2-2, maybe you need to bail out. There's a lot of little mini games and mind games that are going to be involved with this, and I like that. Hit that dude with the root there. The Myrmidon has quite a bit of CC. His number 1 ability is a soft CC that knocks people up in the air. He has a stun on his 3E. He's got a root on his 5. And he's got a stun on his C. Lots of CC out of this character. I think the Myrmidon is going to end up playing like a Berserker. Or not like a Berserker, like Winston from Overwatch, where he's going to be a real disruptor. And he's just going to kind of dive into the back lines and be really annoying. I think that's kind of the way I see it going. He doesn't do a ton of damage compared to like the champion or the Confessor, for example, but I think he has the potential to with the Berserk mechanic. If you get really good at it, he's probably not going to do as much damage as a pure DPS class, but I think he will play more like that Winston harass role, where he's going to make everybody else play better, because having a Myrmidon in the back lines is going to just really distract the other team, because he's just going to be causing chaos with the CCs and just being annoying. So what do you guys think? I am pretty damn pumped to play this archetype. Hopefully the Persistent World's going to be coming up soon, and we're going to start seeing Crowfall for what it's actually supposed to be. This is kind of like just still the testing BG phase. Persistent World should be coming soon, so if you're interested, be sure to sign up with the link down below. You get into the beta for free for now. I don't know if that's something they're going to be changing, but if you sign up with the link down below, you get into the beta for free, as well as getting 5% off anything you do decide to buy. And here's a little clip here that shows that you can Berserk fall damage. Check this out. So I'm gonna just run off this thing when I pop Berserk, and I take a bunch of damage there. Get the damage buff as well. So there's gonna be a lot of cool mechanics with Berserk. I can't wait to see what people do with Berserking like trebuchet shots to get crazy damage buffs. It's gonna be cool. So anyway, be sure to sign up with the link down below. Get in the beta for free. Get 5% off, and I get paid. So what's there to lose? Over 1,000+ people, if you guys have used that code. Or use that link. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, and I'm excited for this game. Cannot wait for Persistent World. Please be soon. I'm fucking dying, man. Dying.